Howdy, folks, and welcome to What's in the Box episode 2. McMurray was on his way home from doing some gaming out in the wilds and said, "Hey, who wants to do a quick unboxing with all the loot I got?" So I said, "Hey, why not?" For those of y'all that were just watching over on Hissy Cat Studios, I was there also, so 2 for 1, right? So, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into what McMurray's got. I'm going to make his screen bigger. There you go.
It worked. I did the Zoom thing and it worked.
Yeah, it did. Yeah.
So I just got back from actually my second game store and second game of the day. I played at I just got done playing Live Free or Die from Little Wars TV at game night in St. Louis, but we were playing it with ACW stuff in 2 mil. So it really, your regiments really look like regiments, in each stand with its little base, with the huddle of dudes, or with the block of guys, looks like a company. Really cool, fun stuff. This isn't actually what I got at Miniature Market, or I'm sorry, at game night. Earlier today, I played Hail Caesar with a bunch of the Big Muddy Historical Gaming Society guys at Miniature Market, and that's where I got what we're looking at today. Get out of here, flash drive. I'm sorry, we're zoomed out more than usual. We got some edge of table clutter here. We're going to need it. Without further ado, where's my, okay, there it is. Without further ado, I jumped into some Blood and Plunder stuff. This is like the one ship that they've made that looks pretty good. It's their sloop. It's certainly not bad. Still riding a little bit high, but it piqued my interest when they first leaked it because it's got, they call it a Belander. It's really just a topsail sloop versus a full-blown kind of Bermuda rig where we're all fore and aft. Right. We got a square rig possibility, which is super cool. Big fan of the fact that you can make both those rigs with this kit. It's Miniature Market, and I don't ever really grab. I don't like getting Firelock stuff. I'm not a huge fan of the game Blood and Plunder. The figures have gotten a lot better. They used to be those huge things. They only sold you 4 sculpts for each unit. So if you wanted to have 16 or something, you're just going to have 4 of the same sculpts over and over again. They fixed a lot of that stuff. This ship's a lot better than the old bathtub ones they used to have. Oh, it's in, whoa, it's plastic. I thought this thing was resin. Oh, shit. Wow.
This might be good.
Wow. I don't know. That's going to make it a pain in the butt to put together, but.
It could be. Ninguea is with us. How you doing, Chris?
Hey, Chris, what's up?
Oh, so there's and Warmut also.
Oh, and O'Brien. Hey, Warmut. Hey there, buddy. So we got both of the little ship cards that they make for their game.
Yeah.
This, I hope, is, some instructions. So it doesn't look too bad. It looks like a pretty standard ship kit, right? So you got 2 sides, a deck, another deck. Ooh, there's 2 decks in there. That might be a pain in the butt, especially if there's a tumble home. That means that this deck and this deck are going to have to be put in at the same time, which is really a pain given that there is that rear deck is enclosed for a cabin. And then we've got a stern piece. This might be a pain in the deck.
Nah,
we'll see.
You got it.
I really hope it's not. So I was really excited about this kit. But we've got all kinds of stuff. Looks like we got some gun port covers, swivel guns, some cannon carriages, cannon barrels, lots and lots of guns. So it looks like we got 8 guns and 8 swivels. Those are a lot of parts to these deck guns. Looks like we got a barrel, 2 sides, and 2 trucks for each one, which is kind of crazy, but that's all right. Whatever. We can figure it out. Yes, that'll be 8 or 5 pieces for each deck gun. Looks like the swivels are mainly 1 piece. There's a hole in them at the bottom, looking like there's probably posts on the walls to the ship. We'll see. So again, here's the boat. Looks like we got a stern. Okay, so the stern piece looks like it does. Once you get the 2 halves on, the stern piece, it looks like should slot onto there, as you can see with these.
Yeah.
Little recesses. That's a good thing. That should greatly help in the buildability. Holy, look at the fucking texture on those decks. That's pretty impressive. The texture is all repeated, but who cares? That looks pretty outstanding. I'm not gonna lie to you, especially because they've got it on the roundel for the door down into that little cabin there. I don't know. It looks like based on this that this rear upper deck just kind of sits. So that quarter deck looks like it just sits. The question is, how much of the sides of the ship do we have to put together on this thing before we get the quarter deck to just sit down in there? Let's skip down to this sprue here. So there we've got the sides of the ship. It looks like there is a tumble home. I don't know how aggressive it is. You can see where it's recessed, or where that texturing ends, where you put that quarter deck in.
Yeah.
I don't know if we're going to be able to slide that in at the end or what. Yeesh, that might be a little rough. You can see where, okay, so yeah, there's where we put the swivel guns. Those do have pegs on them. So that's pretty cool. Then we've got basic, kind of furniture here. You can see a rudder, little bowsprit brace up there, and we'll have to figure out what else we got here. That might be, that looks like that's a bowsprit brace. That looks like it might be the whatchamacallit, the other chunk of the rudder. So the ship side of the rudder holder. Yeah, those, I don't know. We'll have to figure that out. Those might be again, chunks for holding a bowsprit. I'm not sure. We'll have to see. Oh, before we look right on here, let's see here. Where do we look? Does it look like those are? Oh, those are for the windlass. Okay, that makes sense. So those are the brackets for the windlass. Go right under the mast. Outstanding. Cool. Again, this looks to be about the same size when it's put together as my Old Glory ships that are about the same size, about the same number of guns, which is good. The aesthetic looks very similar, which is nice, to the point where the hull is about the same thickness. That makes me happy. That means that everything might work together better than I thought. Here we've got an additional stern plate, maybe? Okay, so yeah, if you want to put the windows into the stern, you can do that. That's pretty cool. That's pretty slick. I like that. We got some other just basic pieces that we knew we were going to be looking for off the bow. We've got, a door. We've got a nice Jeffy. Check it out, Jeffy. We got a pretty lady figurehead.
Where's Johnny Depp?
We haven't got there. There's no dudes in the kit, Jeffy. Some lantern, big lantern. That's cool. It's got a cool, big, appropriate ship-sized lantern, which is super cool. I like when they're in kits. They're kind of disaster bait once you put them into kits because they inevitably snap off. But whatever. Here's the frontage to that cabin where that door will go. This looks
very cool.
Pretty outstanding. Yeah, the mast is good. It's hard plastic, so it shouldn't warp, which is good. A lot of times you get soft resin masts, and that's kind of no good. Here's that rear yard. There we got a bowsprit. That should be the top of that gaff sail here. Oh, sorry, that'll be the top of the gaff. We'll have to figure out what these are. I'm sure that would attach with this cat head, or with this mast head, onto this bad boy. And then we've got the yard, if we want to put that square sail on it. That's pretty outstanding. I like it. Yeah. That's probably a spar to go off the taffrail. I like it. I'm excited. This is probably going to be put together before you guys wake up.
Outstanding. Real quickly, Ninguea says, nice to see you all. Getting pretty pumped up for Can Games, which starts tomorrow. Outstanding.
Nice.
And he wants to know, is any of us have been on a tall ship? I have not been on a tall ship, but I have been sailing. I've been small boat sailing for a good majority of my life. Growing up in Minnesota during the summers on the lake, always had access to neighbors with sailboats. And then my dad ended up, I soloed the first time on a 16-foot homemade windmill sailboat. And nice. Then He currently owns a 27-foot Pearson, single mast sailboat down in Texas, which is a fun little boat to helm. So
I have sailed a good amount, not as much as Chris. I have been on a couple of tall ships, mainly Constitution.
Yeah.
As soon as a very good friend of mine, who is the best man in his wedding, I'm the godfather of his children. As soon as his duty station changes back to either like Annapolis or anywhere on the northern end of the eastern seaboard,
you're going back.
Currently, he's in Florida. He's the surface weapons officer, the department head on a destroyer. As soon as he's back, whether it's for a school or anything else, which he should hit a school at the end of this next kind of rotation. So within the next 2 years or so, I'm going all over Constitution.
There you go.
He very dickishly sent me a bunch of video from drastically below decks on the Constitution, from aloft on the Constitution, with the "Hey dickhead, next time I'm out here, you have to fly out," because that was a rather spontaneous outing that he took to go on Constitution. But yes, so at some point in time, I'm going to get balls deep in Old Ironsides. That being said, I would assume you guys didn't think this was all we were doing for a big ass box.
No.
No, because we were at Miniature Market today, and like I said, I don't usually buy Blood and Plunder stuff, but that was down there for drastically discounted.
Starter set.
In true Warmut fashion, I went for a starter set. This thing's huge. About half of it I'm not going to use, but about half of it wasn't paid for because it was on Dent and Ding. So yeah, this is actually a cool starter set. It's been on pre-order for a long time. It's got 2 of those sloops in it, which is what piqued my interest in the first place. As well as slightly later period stuff than they usually do. Usually they're real golden age of piracy, like 1600s, 1670s style stuff, but this is very particularly Blackbeard and Maynard. So you're looking at early 1700s. So let's break. Look how thick this fucking box is.
Is that what, 4 inches? 5 inches?
Oh, God, no. That's 6 or 7. That is a 6-inch box.
Look out, Snoopy.
Shazam. Or as everyone's ex-girlfriend puts it, maybe 3. Okay. Let's break this bad boy open. It's still in shrink wrap. Like, this thing was significantly discounted. Let's put it that way. The people in Miniature Market know how much I like boats and boat-related things and historicals, and helped me out beyond the usual Dent and Ding, and I was very, very grateful for that. Mainly because I'm in there every few weeks or every week or so grabbing this. This is a big box. Jesus Christ. And that's the extent of the Dent and Ding. So that's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Well, better set this aside so McMurray can get it dirt balls cheap. Oh, Jesus. That's a big box, dude. It is supposed to come with a mat also, which is kind of cool. Okay, so there's a significant organizer in here. Okay, so that would explain some of the beefiness. Oh, the mat is paper. That kind of sucks, but that's okay. So it's land on one side, ocean on the other.
There you go.
Big fan. I'm a fan. I like it. Let's get flowers on it, Jeffy. Flowers for Jeffy.
What the hell's it got land on it for?
Because pirates fought on land too, dog.
No way.
There's assembly for oh, Jesus Christ, I just said his name.
Blackbeard.
That's Blackbeard. That's Lieutenant. Fuck, I don't remember. I just said it. Rewind. Double click. We'll go back 10 seconds, guys. Okay. There you go. As well as, see, here's the thing. I've never really messed with their plastic models. I'm really hoping it's not this strict on the assembly. I'm sure I'll be able to monkey with a little bit. We got A parts, B parts, C parts, P parts, F parts, E parts, D parts. Who knows, man? We'll see. It looks like the torsos are all A, E, F, C, B, A, and then you can put P parts on optionally. So at least we got that going for us. So it's not, I was about to say, at first there I thought it was going to be as particular as, say, what do you call it? The old War Games factory models.
Yeah.
The plastic kits that came with tons of bits. Kind of cool. And then you go to put them together and it's god awful. Now I'm pretty sure they're War Games Atlantic, but that's not the point. Maynard. Lieutenant Maynard. Suck it, Jeff.
There you go.
So there we go. That's pretty slick. I'm quite excited. All right. Look at, there's little. Okay, so there's Maynard and Blackbeard. Outstanding, looking cool. Bunch of bases.
Miguel says, if you screw up, just call it a peg leg or whatever.
Exactly, man. That's always the thing. Like, all right, they're just these pirates are very disability, conscious. These should be two of the exact same sloops we just looked at. Pretty slick. Two of them though. Sweet. Oh wow! So this is actually set up to store your game and your starter set and everything. Let's put these up here with our sloop buddy. Ooh, D10s. Ooh, D10.
You can't go wrong with having D10s with skull and crossbows on them.
There's 12 pirate-themed D10s right here, Chris. What on earth do you think those are going to be used for?
Not Blood and Plunder or whatever the
probably the game we're actually going to play with these. Cool. Set those there because those are keepers.
So are the skull and crossbones the tin?
Oh God, I hope so. That always messes me up.
Well, kind of have to because I saw a 1 on there.
Yes, they are. Thank God. I'm playing with somebody. Apparently, Games Workshop made their custom dice into the skull is on 1, not 6.
Yeah,
just
they did.
Possibly the dumbest shit I've ever heard. But anyways, whatever. So yeah, those are 100% what this is going to be used for.
Hey, how you doing, buddy?
That's pretty useful, actually.
Oh yeah, it is.
Having the measured turn marker.
Yeah.
As well as, so that's not a bad turning template, actually. Congratulations. Good job, Firelock. Good stuff. All right, so we got some flat pack terrain. Not too bad. It's good. Again, it's good flat pack terrain. It's quality. It's a quality product. Falls free easily. Oh, wow. Okay, so they actually put shoals on the backside of it so you can use it all for water terrain as well. That's pretty. You know what? Good job, Firelock.
They're thinking.
It's a quality product. Mike, Al, you're putting out good stuff. I don't like your rules for basically any of your games, but you're putting out quality product, and you got to respect that. Got to respect that.
And it
Mike,
looks like it's a pretty good thickness there.
It is. There's
About
not a lot of
3 mil?
flex. Probably so. Yeah. Good stuff. Again, I played Blood and Plunder. I have a rule book. I have all the cards for a bunch of their other ships. It's just not my game, man.
Now, is that a hardback or is that softback?
It's softback, but
Okay.
it's a full rule book, man. Like
That's.
Let me get it cut open, but it's a full rule book. It's not an abbreviated thing. It's not a
starter book.
Yeah, it's not an A5. It's not one of those books where it's like, oh, this is so-and-so. You need a 3+ to shoot him. You need a 4+ to shoot him. No, it's a full rule book. Doing the Warlord, the Flames of War, well, at least old Battlefront. The Warlord and Battlefront thing where they send you a full rule book. So again, good for them. They're making quality product. Again, even if I don't necessarily like the game, still fully acknowledge it. It's a good quality product. Your mileage will almost certainly vary. I know there's lots of people who love this game. It's just not my favorite. That's all. I do like the fact I got I got really excited when Blood and Plunder first came out because it incorporates naval and land combat. That's not something you see very often. It's exceedingly difficult to do. Maybe I'll read through this thing. I think this is probably the second edition. I know they've made a second edition since this is brand spanking new. I would assume this is the second edition rulebook. And like I said, I'll read through it. We'll see if anything has changed, if anything's different. Maybe it is. I don't know. Like I said, we'll read through it, see what's going on, and give it a whack. But
yeah, looks
in
like
the meantime,
it's a nice book.
I was about to say, in the meantime, it's a good-looking book, man. It's a good-looking book. There's everything you need is in here in terms of rules, characters, ship stuff, unit stats. So again, it looks like the rules mainly take up about 90 pages. Well, about 60 pages maybe, because it looks like the unit or the rules themselves start on page 38, go to 42, so call it 55 pages. Which, again, you've got a lot of pictures, stuff like that. It's not excessive for rules, especially in today's day and age. They are a company that makes proprietary rules, so that's not, excessive. And I think I saw something in here that I wanted to take and look at. That's a cool section. Look at that. Look at that.
Yeah.
Look at that. That's pretty slick. Like that.
Sportsmanship.
Yeah, I like that. That they actually, again, that's one of those things I like about Jay's rules. It's built in there like, hey, we're not going to cover everything. You're going to have to figure some stuff out.
Yeah. And don't be a dick.
Yeah, do it not as dicks. Yeah, it says reach an agreement. There you go. Look at that. Maybe have a third party look into it. Or roll a die. Remember, it's a game about playing detailed and thematic games in the whole nature of piracy. Have fun. I like it.
Right.
Again, Alex, Mike, good stuff. You got rules for weather, all kinds of stuff. You got scenarios. Like I said, it's a whole ass rulebook. It's good stuff. You got your references at the back, all kinds of stuff. So there we are. It does do the thing that they used to do also, where you've got ship stats for the stuff that's in your box, not all of it, because they want you to buy their stuff so that you get their ship cards.
Right.
Whatever.
I mean,
it's common. It's
it
a socially
goes hand in hand with.
It's a socially and game acceptable. It's an industry standard at this point. How about that?
Yeah.
Which, given that I think I paid $20 for that sloop, granted dent and ding, whatever. It happens. I didn't realize it was a full plastic kit too. That's kind of cool. I would assume. I wonder if these are the unit cards or just the activation cards, because there used to be unit cards as well as activation cards, which you kind of need their activation cards. Let's open these up and at least see. Clingy plastic. Yeah, okay. So it does have these are full action decks for their stuff. So it is a 100% true start to finish starter set. So again, good job, guys. Props to you guys. You're not adding stuff in where you got to buy extra shit and you might not get everything that you need. It's a good unboxing. It's a good starter set. It's got everything you need. There's 24 miniatures, I believe. I think the miniatures must be in these black boxes. So let's check and see if these are pirate cards, and then we'll give it a look. On the bright side, Chris, I was wondering what I should put on for not March to Victory. Battles and Brews. Yeah, I think this combined with all the Old Glory stuff and Pirates that I've got done is going to probably turn into some sort of large pirate game. Yeah, so again, it's a full decks. Good job, guys. Good job.
So
Well made. Good stuff.
The thing, not to distract from what you're doing real quick, but if anybody knows of an STL or Mutt, you might know, is there a Mace Windu figure from Legion yet, or am I going to have to find a STL and print him?
Bro, there's one of the Battle Valor Space Knights. Stand by. Well, it's not this guy because he's got hair. But one of the Battle Valor Space Knights is essentially Mr. Windu, Mr. Jackson. So that's a pretty good small business option if you're into that.
Mutt, I'm looking for Mace Windu.
There's got to be a Mace Windu figure, dude.
I would hope so.
Did you check like Asmodee's website?
That's what I'm doing now. While you're looking at while you're looking into the box to see where your pirates are.
Oh yeah. Let's do that. Let's look at that. Actually, we're gonna set this big box aside. It's a cool box, but it's large and space is at a bit of a premium. That is a cool box, though. Again, Mike, Alex, good stuff. They might actually see this. If you post this, if you title this like a big Blood and Plunder Haul unboxing or something, and if you put a link on Wiley's page, that I can almost guarantee you at least Mike will see it because he's on there all the time. He's the guy who did that, who was putting out making the World War I biplane cards.
Oh, yeah.
Or it might have been Alex. I don't remember, but one of the two of them was, yeah. Let's see. Oh, this one's already open. Uh-oh. Let's see. Oh, yeah, there's some pirates. Which this actually works out really well, because if you guys remember, a couple weeks ago, I got these guys, which are 10 pirate leaders from Firelock Games. Also ridiculously discounted at Miniature Market as a dent and ding. I wonder if this is about to be a reason for me to not look at the dent and ding shelf at Miniature Market for a little while. Huh. But anyhow, so it looks like each box probably has 2 sprues of pirates, because here we've got 10 or 5 and 5. How do we get to 24 with 5s? Is it 24 or 20? Let's see. No, it says 24 plastic sailor with weapon and head options. You know why, Chris?
Why is that?
Because I can't count, and there's 6 on each of these, not 5. All right.
There you go.
So that was embarrassing. So you got, so they're still doing. We're going to zoom in just a little bit because we don't need that giant box on screen anymore. Plus, that way I can sit down and we can look at these kind of closer. Oh, something fell down. Whatever. It was the map. All right. So we have the same cool sloop kit. I like that. It doesn't come with sails. I'm perfectly good with that because everybody does sails differently. Don't waste money putting sails into a kit. Everybody does them different. These would appear to be the same sprue. Not a problem. I like it.
Now, that's still 6 different.
Again, it is 6 different bodies.
Yeah.
But what I like is, like I said, it used to bug me because all of their figures, if you wanted a unit of Milicianos, there were 4 sculpts. And you always bought the same 4 resin sculpted Milicianos. No other options. Here, you do have the same 6 bodies, but sweet mother of God, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 face options with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 hat options. You've got, I can't count how many arm options. And then, again, an ungodly number of weapon options. You've got enough to give 4 of these guys muskets and 1 a blunderbuss, which is cool because I like it when there's reasonable looking historical blunderbusses on here, because this is, can you see this? That is certainly a blunderbuss. It's just not ridiculous. It just doesn't look like the one from Beauty and the Beast. You've got,
it looks like the they took the end of a trombone and put a stock on it.
no, it looks like a blunderbuss. Hang on a minute.
Right. No, I know. What like in Beauty of the Beast, it's like they took a trombone and put a stock on it.
Correct. But stand by a sec.
It's not supposed to look like that. It's not supposed to look like a funnel.
No, it's not. Especially given that at the time most blunderbusses were still 75 caliber, and don't look like it looks like a blunderbuss.
Yeah.
All right. Back to our previously scheduled non-blunderbuss conversation. It does have 2 boarding pikes, which is badass because nobody ever talks about boarding pikes. Everybody gives all their figures cutlasses. Nobody ever talks about boarding pikes. Nobody ever talks about boarding axes.
Yeah.
Got boarding axes. There are, of course.
Did any of them have the wooden pins?
No, I don't see any belaying pins, but that's okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
These are professionals. They're not guys who are just looking for something to swing. I'm all right with that.
All right.
I'm all right with that. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, at least enough cutlasses that if you want to give everybody a cutlass, you can give everybody a cutlass. You can still do that. You can still give everybody a cutlass, everybody a pistol. They did a good job with the cutlasses. You can see that one's got the scallop guard. That's badass. Yeah. That's cool. That's a cool nod to historical accuracy. I like it. Same with the boarding pikes. They've got, they do have a long stem for support. I do like that. You got a couple cool little bits here. There's a bag that's got some rum in it. You know, again, good job, guys. You're putting out a quality product. I hate putting together plastic models. These probably aren't going to be as much as I hate. I do have a shitload of painted metal pirates. They're probably going to crew your ships for a minute. Sorry, Firelight Games. But these are cool models. I like them. Also, thanks to the fact that Firelock does design them for 3/4 inch bases, all of these feet patterns should fit on 3/4 inch bases, which means that my standard 3/4 inch washer basing method should work flawlessly. That makes me happy. Yeah. So these are listed as 18th century pirates. I wonder if Firelock has earlier ones that they specifically designed as well. That's pretty cool. Let's knock this bad boy open and see these two boys, these two bad boys. Oh, bases. Bases. I could probably actually do these and then put a washer under them. That'd be kind of cool. Again, here we've got Maynard and Blackbeard. Good stuff. I like it. We got Blackbeard. There's Blackbeard with his crazy beard and all that fun stuff. His hat is back here, so that'll be what his head is. Maynard's head appears to be in 2 pieces. There's a face, and then there's his hair, which is kind of wild. And then that's actually Maynard's hat. Let's see here. What does... Oh, never mind. Maynard's hat, Maynard's head. Back of Blackbeard's head, front of Blackbeard's head. Okay, that makes more sense. I get why they separate them, but it seems like in this instance... Well, no, they have to cast it like that. Never mind. That makes sense. I was about to say, I wouldn't mind if they cast some of the heads into more specific hats. But like in this case, with the tail on it, I understand they got to keep the tail on there, but they want to make the tricorn look good. Get after it, especially because it's a character model. All good. These do look cool. Let me go grab. I know I have one of the Warlord pirates or naval models. One of the few that Warlord has done for Black Powder. You can see how they stack up over here. Do I have one? Oh, I might have moved that. It looks like I did. I did. Wah, wah. Found them. Okay. So I think, as per usual, Old Glory figures are going to be a little small compared to these guys. Here's the Warlord Sea Dog that they put out a while back as a free figure because they don't make really anything that's geared towards this style of combat. It's a little shorter. Not too much. Not bad. Not bad at all. Here's one of the Old Glory Pirate Civilians. That is just about the same size when all is going to be said and done.
Yeah.
And then here's one of the Old Glory Pirates.
It's all in the hat.
I'm about to say that's a little shorter. He's all bent over, but the Old Glory ones do have the puddle on them too, and that'll help to kind of even out that height once they're sitting on a table. So those should scale rather well, to be honest with you. Which again makes me happy. I noticed that with these commanders that I got. Again, Firelock used to make big, like 32, 33 mil figures that were noticeably larger than like the Old Glory guys. I have one of their old like launch command models that I got free somewhere, and it's bigger. It's not unmanageable, but you can like, especially when you get them like, close to something else on the table. Oh, okay, that guy's big. Whatever. I feel like these are going to scale quite well, especially because they do have the guys who are leaned over. He's doing something or other. God knows what that guy's doing. But like this guy's leaned over. A bunch of the other ones are more upright, which I actually do appreciate. A lot of times it's kind of hard to, when you get plastic models and you get a bunch of repeats, if you have all guys that look like this that are bent over doing stuff, it'll probably make this a lot easier to. Hey, look, I just thought to do this now. There you go. When you get a lot of guys like this in a plastic kit, it's cool. They look cool. The first spree you build, like you get it done and it looks badass and awesome. And then you realize you have, you're going to have all guys like this. Nobody runs around looking like that.
Yeah.
I'm very happy with how this plastic kit looks. Maybe I'll start putting it together and it'll be a disaster and you guys will hear me bitching about it. But as of right now, I'm quite enthused. So this certainly does look like the sort of thing that I'll have to put together. This probably means that nearing the end here of the Not J Painting Challenge, you'll see me completing, I think I have 15 or 16 Royal Marines of this era. Probably see me completing those guys. I'm pretty pumped, man. I might finish up that Mayflower too. It depends on how much time I've got. Like I said, when everything gets to paying the piper. But yeah,
cool.
I'm quite impressed. Even at the retail on this, I think is $145.
All right, that's not bad. You got a total of how many? You got two ships and how many pirates?
2 ships, 26 figures. 2 of those are command figures. And $5 worth of dice. That's
at least $5 worth of dice. Yeah.
I mean, again, I realize that seems like it's being chintzy, but it's something. This win gauge is pretty good. Is pretty solid too. To be honest with you, again, I'm impressed by this win gauge.
Yeah.
That's good, man. I like that win gauge a lot. I wonder if they would sell just win gauges. But yeah. So even at 145, it's not a bad deal at all. For again, especially when you think of even if you're getting, resin ships, somewhere.
Yeah.
It's going to cost you, with the Old Glory Army discount, it's still $25-$30 maybe, depending on the boat.
Right.
And if anyone has proven you can only push those ships so far, it's me. But with these 3 boats, the, probably 4 or so that I've got done that are Old Glory ships in this scale, not this scale, but this kind of scope, right? So single or maybe small double-masted vessels. And then I've got 2 single-masted rowboats that are only about 6-8 inches long. That actually were Miniature Market back when Miniature Market had was making their own resin stuff for a while there. Tiny Terrain.
Yeah.
I got 2 of those. Those were awesome. I wish they still made those. But that's more than enough for, 6 players to play a participation pirate bigger battles game. So
right.
This might turn into an airship 2.0 sort of thing.
Cool.
That or I'll get even more ridiculous. And instead of using a 5x7, I'll do like a 7x10. Who knows? What do you think, Chris?
Let's do it.
I mean, we can always get more ridiculous, man. Always.
Oh, absolutely. Come on, you took up almost a quarter of the floor space Saturday night, so
Actually, when I was at the Big Money thing, Kevin was asking if I would be interested in putting that game on at a local convention here in it's right over the river in Illinois, but it's St. Louis area.
Yeah.
It's a gaming convention that's traditionally, I used to go play Legend of the Five Rings cards there back in the day, but it's mainly card gaming, some RPG type stuff. We're losing light because I've assembled a giant tower of Blood and Plunder stuff. Long story short, they're trying to get some historicals in there, and he was like, hey, would you want to put that Spanish-American war game on up there? It would be a good, visually impressive game that people would see and remember, and yeah, so that might be coming to the St. Louis area at the end of
when's
September.
That supposed to happen? End of September. Okay.
End of September, that last weekend of September, the one that bridges into October.
Okay.
So I think I should have that weekend off because I'm pretty sure I intentionally took the weekend of Wily War Games weekend, which is usually the second weekend in October, off.
Right.
The weekend of the 14th era or around there.
Right.
But yeah, so in any case, this should be a cool game at Wily War Games weekend or certainly March to Victory next year, maybe even Battles and Brews,
absolutely.
Depending on how quickly I can get some of these ships put together for Battles and Brews. Because there's already 30 to 40 painted pirates in 3 different factions as of right now. So, hooray! And there we are, boy. There we are, Jeff. That's all she wrote, baby. I think we lost. Did we lose Jeff?
He's here.
Loaded up me.
I'm sorry, buddy. I know we just talked about boats for a really long time, and I appreciate you sticking around.
That's okay.
Because of that,
I'm playing Napoleon stuff.
Are we doing are you going to do a sneak preview of what's going to be showing up on
what's going to show up on Jeffy's channel? We're going to be doing an unboxing of Guderian's Blitzkrieg at some time real soon here.
That's not Guderian's Blitzkrieg.
I'm sorry, Panzergruppe Guderian.
Classic masterpiece of a game.
From Avalon Hill. So there we go. Pay attention to Jeffy's channel at some point in time in the next few days. That'll hit.
That's Avalon Hill's version?
Yeah, dude. The OG. Who'd you think it was?
I thought it was SPIs. That's a great game, man. The first untried units.
Yep.
Cool.
It's pushing on Smolensk in 1941. So there we go, guys. And then maybe I'll play this thing and then Autumn for Barbarossa. But continue to just make this tower of cool stuff. But yeah, guys. So that's what we're looking at. Big old unboxing of Blackbeard and Maynard, the Blood and Plunder starter set. I wonder how new that actually is. That might be worth just titling this surprise unboxing Blood and Plunder starter set or something. That might, if this is brand new, that might be a hot views for you there, Chris.
Yeah. I'll change the name up once it hits the
mainstream YouTube, the mean streets of YouTubesville.
Yep.
But there we go, guys. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Hopefully that's relatively applicable to your interests or something you just like to watch us play. Or if you enjoy pirates and maybe ships or something, those are all separate kits. I'm sure that this is a separate kit, being the pirates. Or if you're looking to get started, this is undoubtedly a solid purchase as a starter set, whether you're going to play Blood and Plunder or anything else. Give Blood and Plunder a whack. Enjoy it.
You might like it.
Get after it. Yeah, dude. Hammer down. So there we go, guys.
All right. Well, thanks for sharing with us tonight, buddy. I appreciate it.
Thanks for doing a relatively spur-of-the-moment thing.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. So, so Saturday we're going to have I think, you working this Saturday, McMurray?
I am not. You got me for the next 2 Saturdays. So if we want to build, baby, and paint, I obviously have stuff to build and paint.
We will do a build and paint. Like I said, I might break out USS Texas and start working on her.
Ships.
So anyway, all right, guys. Well, we will go ahead and wrap it up now. Got to see some new toys. And, surprise unboxing of Blood and Plunder. So, Chris says, Red Skies at Night to you.
There you go.
Yep.
Be good. Pleasant sailing.
Yep. Was it, what in Following Seas?
Yep.
I don't remember.
Fair Winds and Following Seas or something like that?
Fair Winds and Following Seas. So, all right, guys, until next time, we will see you on the flip side.